Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so your discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Hello my little hot dogs. In today's video, I bestow upon you some wonderful Sephora recommendations for the spring savings event. Now, depending on your capitalistic level, you can save 20% if you're Rouge from April 14th to April 24th. If you're VIB level, you can save 15% off from April 18th to April 24th. And of course, if you're an insider, you can save 10% from April 18th to April 24th. Just make sure to use the code SAVENOW at checkout. And as a special bonus, you can save 30% off any Sephora collection item from April 14th to April 24th. Doesn't matter what level you're at. As long as you're one of those levels, you can save 30% off. Before I give you all the goods, because I made sure to really think about the list of recommendations, a word from today's sponsor. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Y'all know how much I love and adore HelloFresh. As someone who is not classically trained at the CIA, it's no surprise that I'm not a pro in the kitchen. But with HelloFresh's foolproof recipes, I feel like I am one. All meals arrive pre-portioned and easy to prepare in just a few steps. And with their handy dandy recipe cards, the pictures come in handy. So no need for the extra anxiety of wondering if you're doing it the right way. The step-by-step pictures will lead the way. And what is really lovely is that you have so many quick and easy meal options, like HelloFresh's easy cleanup, one-pan Santa Fe pork tacos, or veggie-friendly sweet potato and pepper quesadillas, which are ready in about 15 minutes. HelloFresh is not only delicious, but mindful of your time as well. I wish I could say the same for the people I deal with daily. But I can't. Thank you, HelloFresh, for not wasting my time and also keeping me well fed. With their quick and easy recipes, you're also getting seasonal ingredients picked at peak ripeness for quality you can taste. Ingredients that travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know they're absolutely fresh and not trash. And with so much variety, you'll never get bored with the dining options. That said, go to HelloFresh.com and use code Teresa'sDead50 for 50% off, plus your first box shipped for free. Again, that's HelloFresh.com and use code Teresa'sDead50 for 50% off, plus your first box ships for free. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video, and y'all go support the sponsors that support your garbage queen and get fed. Anyway, okay, so like here's the deal. I feel like I mention this every time I do these videos, but par for the course, right? I don't like repeating myself. I've made a lot of these videos, so I'm gonna link them down below. All the recommendations I made in those videos, I still feel the same way about. So if you want that Dyson hairdryer, go look at one of those videos and I tell you why I love that Dyson hairdryer. Or the House Labs foundation, or the Bloopity Blop, or that Urban Decay palette, whatever it is, everything is listed in those videos. I just want to talk about the products that I have been trying, newer stuff, because essentially that's kind of what these sales are, right? I feel like people really focus on more of the newer products because people don't want to pay full price. They'd rather try it on sale, and I don't blame them. Let me waste my money so you don't have to. The other thing I'm going to say is shop responsibly. Listen, don't feel like you need to buy anything in today's video or other videos that you watch. You know what's in your bank account, okay? Don't get into debt for makeup. Get into debt for other things, like fun dumpsters. This is something to get into debt for, okay? Not concealer. No, I kid, but seriously, don't get into that, okay? If you are gonna be shopping, just shop responsibly, okay? Just shop responsibly. Remember, there are multiple sales that happen during this year. Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss out. Don't feel like that. You're gonna be fine, baby. You're gonna be fine. Anyway, let's start with skincare. Supergoop is awesome. I love Supergoop, especially after I found out that Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina didn't make this. Very happy about that. I know I talked about the Daily Dose line before, but this is a newer one to me. This is the Daily Dose Bioretinol and Mineral SPF. I'm pretty much like almost done with this one. This is the Hydroceramide Daily Dose. This one, highly recommend. I talked about it in another video, but this one is so good as well. This product has bakuchiol, which I really, really love. And I just love how much protection I get from this, and I just don't feel like I've been fried to death. The formula does have a slight tint to it. I don't know if you could see that. It has like a very like kind of beigey tint, but when you kind of start to massage it into the skin, it doesn't feel like it's kind of adding any color or anything like that. I don't even feel like it evens things out. Yes, it looks like it's tinted, but when you start to kind of massage it in, it goes away. I believe they said there's a tint because it reduces like the white cast, which I mean, it's not a problem for me because I'm a fucking ghost, but I could see that could be a problem for someone else. I love how plump and juicy my skin looks. It's actually what I have on today. Not that it matters. I'm gonna be staying inside all day because it's like 95 fucking degrees, but whatever, I digress. This is like my go-to when I'm running out the door and I don't want to put on any makeup, but I want to make sure that my face is protected. This is the thing that I put on. Anything from the Daily Dose line, but this one and the ceramide ones, they're so good. So whether I have a full beat or nothing on my face, this gives me a peace of mind that at the end of the day, when I'm washing my face, I'm not going to be like a red, crispy, crunchy crouton. By far, Supergoop has like the best SPF in my opinion, and you cannot tell me otherwise. For serums, I'm obsessed with this product from Summer Fridays. This is the Dream Oasis Deep Hydration Serum. This is my second bottle, and I purchased this motherfucker at full price, and I plan on picking up one of these during the sale because I don't want to pay for it for full price. Although I think it's worth it, I don't want to pay for it full price. It's a beautiful jelly serum that just hydrates the skin and just makes you supple and delicious. It's great for redness, but overall, it's just great for dry, dehydrated skin, which is what I have. This will give you life and also make you look like you take care of yourself, which is kind of basically what we want, right? We want to lie to people. This is a great product to do that with. Another excellent serum, which I don't have because I finished it, is from Merit. The Great Skin Instant Glow Serum is terrific. I was not too fond of it as a primer. I don't really feel like it did anything. It didn't compare to my Ritual Defee. But for a skincare serum, it was fucking everything. And again, another product that I just want to pick up, and I'm just so happy. I literally finished the bottle about 2 days ago, and while my skin is craving it, I'm like, just baby, just hold on just a little bit longer because we can get this bitch for 20% off. So yay. Basically a lightweight serum that again plumps you up to make you look like a delicious hot dog and gives you a brighter and softer complexion. Fucking amazing. Primer, skincare serum, awesome. A great nighttime moisturizer is from Ola Henriksen. I fucking love this brand. I love the Dutopia line in general. There was a serum that came out, I want to say like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, that was fantastic. It came out around the same time as the Wrinkle Blur Cream, which this is like my 10th one. I love this one too. Again, another one that I recommended in the past. So I was intrigued to try this to see if this was going to be very similar to the serum. Again, I have sensitive skin, so I'm really mindful of the products that I put on my skin, and I have a lot. It's a lot. And this is another product that my skin craves. I have just been enjoying the shit out of it. I'm like halfway through the jar. I'm actually planning on picking up another one of these too. Between this product, the Merit product, and some other skincare stuff that I've talked about previously, I feel like my skin tone looks a little bit more even, and for that, I love it. So I would happily repurchase this at full price, but if I can get it on sale, that's even better. And then the last skincare product I have, which is fairly new, is from Pharmacy. And this is the Wake Up Honey Eye Cream. Listen, anything with the honey stuff from Pharmacy, I'm obsessed with. So happy that I am literally on like the last drop of my moisturizer because I have like a giant honey one, like the big jumbo one that I'm just been waiting to fucking use. But this one is good. This one doesn't disappoint. My under eye area is very, very dry, and I'm very, very bougie. And I think the only thing that I've ever really enjoyed for my under eye area is from Chantecaille. And honestly, I don't know, I haven't found another eye cream that is that good. This one comes very close. It's still not quite the Chantecaille level, but it comes very, very close. And it's a fraction of the price. So you know what? That kind of like makes it even. When I started to incorporate this product, I noticed that my fine lines look a little bit softer. Did it erase them? Absolutely the fuck not, but it did make them a little bit softer. Ultimately making it a lot easier to put on concealer so it doesn't immediately settle into the fucking San Andreas fault that is my face. It hydrates, it brightens the under eye area, it plumps it up like a hot dog. Again, another hot dog, but we love hot dogs here. And again, it just makes concealer that much more smoother when I'm applying it. It's amazing what a little bit of skincare prep can do to make your makeup application just seamless. And again, another product that my skin craves. So I plan on also picking up this one because we are pretty much done. Anyway, love those. So now moving on to makeup. When it comes to foundations, I have a lot of good recommendations. And I'm quite thrilled because I usually find that foundations are the things that like I want to find good ones of, and they're just all fucking garbage, but I didn't. I feel like everyone that I've tried this year pretty much has been gold. Let's start with the Makeup by Mario. See how much I fucking use? Like, I love this one. This one's good. So this foundation is called like Surreal Skin. I'm shade 2N. If you are uncooked chicken like myself. I think this foundation got a lot of flack on TikTok because, you know, people suck and they fucking lie when something's an ad, you know, the usual. But this foundation is so fucking good. It's so good. This is a great natural finish formula that is hydrating, has a nice medium coverage, and pairs so beautifully with my Thorn Oil. The longevity is perfect. It has quickly become one of my favorite foundations this year. Now I love my House Labs, and I still do, but this one comes really, really close For a natural finish, it's very luminous, but not like oily. A little bit goes a long way. And people have mentioned that there's shimmer in it. I don't see the shimmer. I don't see it. I don't notice it. But then again, I like that radiant, you know, alien slut skin. So maybe it's just something I just don't notice. But I have not seen any sort of like shimmer particles or anything like that. I don't know, maybe it's like a fucking magic eye thing. In any case, no need to worry. You're not gonna look like a Twilight vampire. You're just gonna look beautifully hydrated. And again, plump like a hot dog. Another foundation that shocked me because when I initially tried it, I was like, I don't think so, Tim. It's Gucci. I know, it's Gucci. This is a luminous matte foundation, which I feel like is the biggest oxymoron. But it kind of makes sense though, and it's actually what I have on my face today. This is an expensive foundation, and that's the only reason why I'm recommending it, because if you ever wanted to try it, this is the only time you're ever gonna see it on sale. Gucci, to me, their makeup anyway, is like kind of lackluster. They make excellent nail polishes, which is what I currently have on my nails. Really love their blushes and I love their lipsticks, but everything else is kind of just so like, like, I don't really give a shit. Their previous complexion products were trash, so I had no hope or expectation for this. And this just doesn't disappoint. When I first tried it, I had a very bad color. I looked like a Cheeto. Oh, it was bad. I mean, it was pretty funny, but it was pretty bad. And I'm so happy that I went back to Sephora and I exchanged it for a shade that makes sense. Don't do the shade picker online. It's gonna make you problematic. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. It's trying to ruin your day, okay? So I initially think I had it like what, 140, 160, something really, really, really wild, and did not end well. So I have the lightest shade, which is the shade 110C. And again, if you are uncooked chicken or you look like the wall, this is gonna be your lightest option and the best option. If you're anything lighter than me, just walk away. You're not gonna find it. What I love about this foundation is just how seamless and just delicious my skin looks. It has like a nice luminous finish without it being too much. It's not drying. It's not settling into lines. It has great longevity. It's beautiful. Like it's a really good fucking match too. Like I love this. I can't believe how much I love this foundation. My skin looks like butter. All right, I love it. So highly recommend checking that one out. Another great foundation is from KVD. Listen, I was scared to try this because I love that Balm foundation. That Balm foundation is amazing. And I didn't want this to tarnish my relationship with KVD. And you know what? It didn't. Serum foundations usually look like shit on me. I don't know why. It's like they emphasize every failure I've ever had. And I'm like, oh God, I remembered 7th grade, you know? And I'm so happy that this just really melts into the skin to really give you that my skin but better kind of a feel. But I think my favorite thing about this product is that I don't have to set it down. I can set it down and it's fine, but I actually choose not to, and it lasts even longer if that's possible. It's just a beautiful natural finish that doesn't suffocate the skin. It's just so good. And again, did I mention you don't have to set it? Fucking sign me up, okay? As someone who has incredibly dry skin, powders can be a bit of an issue. So the fact that I don't even need one for this, bitch, amazing. It's worth it at full price, but if you can get it on sale, it's even better. Another foundation that is very good, and actually from Sephora, so you can get 30% off, is the Perfect Mist non-gas. Oh, I was like, what? Like, what the fuck is this? No, this is the Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation. Essentially, this is the Dior Air Flash. I love Dior Air Flash. They got rid of it. It makes me so sad. So I was very intrigued when I read reviews that this is very similar to that product. So if you are a fan of the Dior, you'll be a fan of this. It has a nice demi-matte finish. And again, the best longevity. It really reminds me of the Dior product. The only thing that's trash, much like the Dior Air Flash, is that the shade range is like not that great. That's the only crime. That and the fucking cap. This thing pops off like you wouldn't believe. Like, I don't know, I don't understand why, but this is like easily just pops off. And sometimes, God damn it. Sometimes it's easy to put back on, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you spray foundation all over your hand. But whatever, this is really, really good. And then last but not least, this is kind of like more of a recent favorite, but there's something so special about this. It's so good. And this is from Say, a brand that I usually shit on constantly. This is beautiful. Again, another serum foundation that just makes you look so like angelic. So I have it in the shade 1 if you're interested. Because again, Say is another brand that just has like really like a kind of like a weird shade range, especially when it comes to the fair options. So I am 1 on this one. I would say the difference between like the KVD and the Say is that the KVD is a little bit more matte and has more coverage and doesn't need to be set. This one apparently has coconut in it. Someone did mention that. And maybe it's because I haven't been using this foundation daily. I've been using it like every other day or every 2 days. That's why I haven't really noticed any gnarly breakouts. Knock on fucking wood. But now I kind of want to try. Now I want to kind of try to see if I can just do it every day. All right. But anyway, so far so good. Again, I have such a love-hate relationship with this brand. And I think when it came to their other like foundation, their slip tint or whatever, that was garbage. And so was the concealer. And I was convinced that I wasn't going to find anything. And then, you know, when I tried the bronzer, it was just like, oh my God, like everything has been amazing since then. This is another one that is great if you have fine lines. This will not settle into your fine lines. I feel like this does a great job like blurring your skin. If you have any texture, like it doesn't emphasize it. It just does a really good job of making your whole base look so smooth. Again, another product that just makes you look like butter. Again, this has excellent longevity, and then once you pair it with a full coverage concealer, it's just, it's utter magic. Love, love, love this one. Now, moving on to powders. This first one is kind of an oldie, and I say oldie, but it came out in 2022, so, you know, in the makeup world, it's pretty much geriatric. But this is from Rare Beauty, and this is the Always an Optimist setting powder or whatever. Has a weird fucking name. Anyway, I have it in the shade Light. When I first tried this, I was kind of like, I was lukewarm about it. The more I've been using it while being here, I'm obsessed. It's so good. It's the powder that I have on my face today. It's a very beautiful, like softly milled powder that just melts into the skin. It doesn't sit on top of it. It doesn't create any weird drying texture on my nose. It's just smooth and it blurs my imperfections. And again, doesn't make me feel heavy or weighted. It's just the perfect amount of weight to the face, and it just sets foundation so beautifully. Highly recommend checking this out. Also, the cap is kind of fun. It looks like this. It's just really good. Again, if you're like me, I have it in the shade Light. And the other powder I want to recommend is the Makeup Forever. So this is the HD Skin Matte Velvet Foundation. This is in the shade 1N00. This one grew on me. I was on the fence when I initially tried it because I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And it's because I watched TikTok. Why the fuck would I do that? Anyway, so I was convinced that this was a ship product. Then I watched Welshie Baby's video and he showed how to properly apply powder foundation. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So then I tried it his way and it's just like, it's been a wrap ever since. Honestly, any powder foundation I've tried, whether it's this or drugstore, fucking the same result every time, which is great. It's great as a standalone foundation. It's great as a setting powder. The little puff thing is garbage. Fuck this, trash. We don't need it. What you need is a brush. Again, this is another product that's softly milled and just feels and looks incredible on the skin. And while yes, it is a matte finish, it doesn't feel very, very drying. It's not suffocating the skin. It's not looking like a dusty, crusty fucking dinosaur. Like, it looks good. It's very comfortable and it does a great job lasting all day. I'm very delighted that while both of these I was kind of like, meh, on the fence about, that I really grew to love. These are fucking great. So highly recommend checking those out. And I think I only have like 2 face palettes. One is technically kind of like a blush book in my opinion, but it's technically a blush, contour, and a highlighter palette. This is from NARS, okay? This is from the Orgasm Foreplay palette. Like, ugh, that's such a shitty, stupid fucking name. As much as I give shit to NARS, I love their face palettes. I really do. They're great. Their products have been really growing on me and I'm slowly collecting them all. Like every little collection that comes out, like if it really tickles my makeup dick, I'm like, yep, absolutely, buy now. Buy now, buy, 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 buy. And I feel like with each collection, they just get better and better and better. Granted, can we change the name? Absolutely. We are beating a horse to death here. Are we surprised? No, this is definitely going to outlive me, so. I really love this palette because I usually have the worst time with their highlighters. Well, there is kind of a twinge of like, it could be a little bit too dark. If you buff it into the skin enough, it still has that like beautiful kind of demure alien slut and it doesn't look like you have a cast on your skin. Love the shit out of this. I love the blush formula. It's also what I have on my face today. It's pretty much just a combination of these 3. I just take a brush and I just swirl the shit out of it and I'm like, done. It's so pretty. The blush is definitely on the stiffer side, but it does not lack in pigmentation. It's just, it's beautiful. Highly recommend checking this one out. And then of course, the product that I'm just really low-key embarrassed about because I really love how this is. It's not perfect, but this is a perfect palette that you pick up when it's on sale. It's from Cali Ray. I know, the fucking wood cutting board palette, but this is so good. The Endless Summer palette is fun. These as a bronzers aren't bad. I like the blushes. The highlighters are fine. She's not the sluttiest girl at the party, but it's solid. There's one that's like a bit darker because I'm uncooked chicken, so I kind of used it as a blush topper. It's beautiful as a blush topper. I honestly like this so much that I want this to come into my makeup mausoleum with me because it's so cute. I mean, of course, if this wasn't in wood, would I feel the same? I think I would still like it, but I wouldn't be like dying on the hill for it, you know what I mean? This is awesome. Love it. Again, this is $48. Bitch is expensive. That's why you get this on sale, okay? Totally worth it on sale. It's stupid how much I love this stupid fucking palette. It's fun. It's totally fun. I like when my makeup is fun. Anyway, let's move on to bronzers. Now, I talked about these two in particular in the past, but I'm only going to mention them because they came out with new shades. And the first one is the Sun Melt Stay Bronzer. Listen, there's a reason why this bitch is always sold out. So I have this in the shade Fair Bronze. Perfect. It's what I have on my face today. I love this one so much. It's so good. This is hands down my favorite cream bronzer ever. Ever, 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 ever. And the other one that is fabulous as well is from Rare Beauty. So I really like the Warm Wishes sticks that have come out in the past, but for me, they were always like an A- because I felt like it was a little bit too warm. So when they released the new shade, which I believe is Bright Side is the new shade, if I'm not mistaken, this is just a lovely cool tone option. And this is what the brand needed. I always felt like their stuff was just a little bit too warm. This is perfect. It's so good. I also love how easy it is to apply. Like actually, so this is the lightest one. This is Power Boost. So you can see how warm versus cool. It's a good, cool option. So good. Again, I love this formula. I just think it's so pretty. It's so easy to use. And it's just so great that it's in stick form. So you could just like slide it on your face. You could blend it out with a finger or a sponge. It doesn't matter. It's just such a soft, beautiful formula that just looks natural. I think when it comes to bronzer, for me, even though I've been bronzing the shit out of my skin lately, I want to be less is more. Because I want things to look a little bit more natural. Like, you know, I like to go out into the sun, you know. I want that, and this achieves that, so I love it. Another excellent one is from Tower 28. I love Tower 28 products. Yeah, they're kind of a pain in the ass to open sometimes, but once you do open up, it's great. I love this one. It does give you that like natural sun-kissed glow, but it is a little bit on the warmer side. But again, another one that has just great formula that's just easy to use, easy to apply, and it doesn't disrupt anything underneath. And I feel the same about the Milk Makeup one, except this is something that you only get on sale. So this is their contour stick. I have it in the shade Toasted. Oh, by the way, the Tower 28 one, I have it in the shade Broad. You can see how warm that one is. It's still beautiful, but just warm. The Milk Makeup one, I like this, but it's just, are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck is this? I could eat this. The formula I thought was really great. Another really good cool tone option when it comes to contour. It's just the amount of product that you get for $24. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I think it's like 0.21 ounces. I don't know. It's really, really small. And to me, it's not worth it at $24. This is something that you pick up during these sales. I love this one because this is what I wanted the Fenty matchstick to be. I find the Fenty to be so goddamn drying. This is very, very hydrating. Not oily, not luminous. It just feels really good on the skin and it doesn't dry you out. Like, this is awesome. But again, get it when it's on sale. Don't pay full price. Not for this little fucking dick chode. Get out of here. Anyway. Okay, moving on to blush. I want to talk about Makeup by Mario. These are good. The Soft Pop Blush Stick, it's just so nice. Just so beautifully pigmented, easy to apply. The brush is kind of like weird assholey. It's not the worst, not the best. I kind of feel like the brush sometimes does a really good job blending the product out, and then sometimes it just eats the product, which is kind of fucking annoying. So that's why it's like, I don't really recommend that one per se, but it's just so nice and easy to use. And I love how just radiant this formula is. It feels like it has a built-in highlighter. So it's like, yes, I love highlighter. I love being seen from outer space, and I love products that really just emphasize my little cheekbone, you know, and this one does that. It just, oh, it's so good. So hydrating, so luminous, so very, very beautiful. Love the colors. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Another one that's great is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. So I have it in the shades Pillow Talk and Pillow Talk Pink Pop. Okay, whatever. Anyway, these are good. I love these. Really, another one that has this really beautiful formula. My only issue is that I hate the packaging. I think the packaging just looks like utter fucking garbage. It kind of seeps out. It's a weird felty tip thing. It's, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this weird packaging, and I hate that other brands are just mimicking it. It's like, just let it die, bitch. Let it die, for the love of everything. Just like, I can't. Again, love the colors, love the formula, don't have an issue about that. While it is a matte formula, it's, I would classify more as like a luminous matte. There definitely is like a little bit of luminosity to it. Very, very beautiful. But again, stupid ass packaging. So get these while they're on sale, don't pay full price for them. Now, my favorite cream product is from Danessa Myricks this year. These are fucking good. The Yummy Skin Blurring Balm is so good. Their initial blurring product was kind of weird. I don't know, like it was okay. It wasn't like anything super amazing. It was unique, but not unique enough for me to want to keep picking it up, to be honest with you. These are so much more. They apply very, very beautifully, very, very evenly. The colors are fantastic. They are incredibly pigmented, so a little bit does go a long way. They're just so easy to work with. I just love, love, love being able to kind of start off with a very, very bright color, and the more that I blend it out, the more like just natural and just gorgeous it looks on the skin. It's just really wild that all the colors I feel like look good on everybody. It's weird. Like, I feel like not a lot of products have that capability where it doesn't matter which color you get, it's gonna look really fucking good. It's weird. It's so unique though. Anyway, highly recommend checking these out. I don't even have any color recommendations for you. I think they're all beautiful. They're all fantastic. From the orange to like the deep berry. This will not steer you wrong. Plus, they're so easy to use. Oh my God. And it just makes the skin just look so good, so healthy, so natural. It's like you were born with like beautifully blushed cheeks. It's the weirdest thing. So fucking good. And you could also use them on your lips. So if you're into that thing, it's like a multi-use product, which is fucking great, but the longevity on the cheeks is everything. On the lips, not so much, but on the cheeks, it's awesome. I also really like the fact that these aren't like tacky or anything like that. So like you don't need to like set down your face. So like this kind of mixed with the KVD, oh my God, if you really just want like a no powder moment, those are the two products to fucking play with together. Like, they look good. And the same goes for this other product. So these are from Kulfi. I love their eyeliners, and it's something that I will be talking about later. But I was so happy to see that these were being released. This is the Mendy Moment Blush. I have it in the shade Pinky Promise and Garland Glow. I love the Garland Glow. It is just such a beautiful, like peachy coral pinky color. It's breathtaking. And very similarly to the Danessa Myricks, it's just like a beautiful, like balm-like product, even though it's coming out of a little squeezy tube. It's radiant, it's long-lasting, so much hydration, and again, another product just like that applies beautifully and evenly, and that can blend out. So you can go for like a possessed doll moment, or if you want to be a little bit more demure, you can achieve that with these, even though they're incredibly pigmented. I plan on picking up a couple more colors of these guys. Like, they're just so good. Don't sleep on Kulfi, y'all. Do not sleep on Kulfi. I wish there were more products that I can try. I know when it came to their concealer, it was just a little bit too dark for me, and I'm kind of sad by that because I really wanted to try it, because if it's anything like the stuff that they're putting out, like, I know I'm gonna fall in love with it, but it's just, yeah, a product I can't try. But everything else has been wonderful. Anyway, another one that I want to mention that I talked about in the past because I love, love, love this brand's blushes is from One Size. And I'm only mentioning it because there is a new color out that is pretty much like really, really hot right now. And this is Attention Seeker. It is such a beautiful, just baby pink, real estate pink. It's so good. It's giving you bubblegum 80s slutty realness. I fucking love it. So gorgeous. What makes One Size unique, especially their cheek clapper, which that's what it's called, cheek clapper, is that you get 3 different products. You get a cream blush, a powder blush, and then you get like a nice highlighter to go with it. And this just doesn't disappoint. The highlighter is just a nice bubblegum bright pink that just looks so fucking sick on the cheeks. Both blushes look really good. I actually like using a combination of the two. I like using a little bit of cream and then I put a little bit of powder on it just to make it that much of like a real estate bitch. This is good. I know it's sold out and I hope that it comes back during the sale, but if you ever see it, this is probably one of the more unique colors out of that whole collection. It's so good. One Size formula, while their eyeshadows are like hit or miss, their cheek products have been consistent as fuck. Consistent. And I hope to God they never stop making these, because that would be a shame. Anyway, check these out. And the last blush product that I want to talk about is from Too Faced. I know, I love this. They're kind of a pain in the ass to open though right now, but when they do open, they're really good. This is the Cloud Crush Blurring Brush. No, wait, fuck that. What did I just say? What is this called? Cloud Crush Blurring Blush. Okay, I have it in the shade Head in the Clouds, and this is the only one that I have. And I've been waiting for this moment so that I can go ahead and just go ham and get the rest of them because I love the formula and I just don't want to pay full price for Too Faced. Like that, it is what it is. This is everything you want it to be. It's buildable, it's blurring. It has amazing longevity. When Too Faced does something right, like they do something right. And this I feel like is very similar to some of my higher end blushes. I just love how easy the formula is to use. It just, I don't know, melts into the skin. It doesn't sit on top of it. And I love that I can dial it back if I go a little too ham. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like the one blush that I love from, I was about to say Patricia. Pat McGrath. Patricia, Pat McGrath, right? I love that stupid Bridgerton blush palette. That thing that came in that fucking hat box. Hated that collection, but loved the blush formula in that hat box. And this kind of reminds me, while it's not a baked formula, it applies very similarly. This is great. So yeah, I plan on picking up more of these little guys in the future. So moving on to highlighters, the best liquid highlighters I have used are from Danessa Myricks. So when Danessa released these little blurring balms, she also released some highlighters, and let me tell you, these are fucking great. These are perfect for those that really love highlighters but do not like any sparkle whatsoever. They just want things to look slutty and delicious but not have to deal with glitter bukkake. Well, baby, you're in luck. These are so blinding, so wet, so just fucking beautiful. These are everything. I can always count on these to just like give me that beam me up Scotty look. You know, I want to be seen from outer space, and these do not disappoint. The shade Femme in particular, that is like a very beautiful kind of like lilac-y pink. It looks like there could potentially be sparkle in the formula, but I feel like my eyes play tricks on me because when I apply it to the skin, it just doesn't look like that at all. It's kind of funny. In the swatch, it's like, oh, there's sparkle. But then on the face, it's like, what sparkle, bitch? The other one that's so good is Electric Love. It's a very beautiful, like rosy mauve color that just looks so good, so good. There are some other shades that I actually kind of use more as like a bronzer contour, like a radiant bronzer contour, and they're very slutty and they're very good. But I think for me, I prefer to use them as highlighters, but you can do that if you choose to, but these are great as highlighters. I think what's awesome too about this is that usually when it comes to like liquid highlighters, there's like a little bit of like a tackiness to it, or you feel like you kind of have to set them down. This is another product where it's like you don't need to set it down. So again, if you want to get the KVD and the two Danessa Myricks products, you're going to be made in the shade. They dry down so beautifully. They're so good. Now the highlighter though that I really love, like I really love, and I recommend like at full price, half price, whatever price, double the price, it doesn't matter. It's from Rare Beauty. These are so goddamn good. So I actually have them in 3 shades. They have 4 shades out, but I actually got 3 of them because 3 of them work on me, ironically enough, as long as I don't go too ham. And you don't have to go ham because even with one little swipe, you are glowing for days. I almost put Charlotte Tilbury on the list because I was like, well, you know what? I like those highlighters. They're not bad. They're not great, but they're like a good sale highlighter. And I was like, you know what? No, fuck that. Rare Beauty all the way. Like they're a fraction of the price compared to Charlotte Tilbury, and these give you what you need. The ones from Charlotte, some of them were fine. Some of them were just kind of like, all right, I feel like I had to like dig in to kind of get any sort of a glow. But these are just pigmented right out the gate. I honestly cannot stop wearing the shade Mesmerize. It's just a very beautiful, just rose gold. So good. Then we have Enlighten, which is a fantastic white shade, and it's actually what I have on my inner corner. I needed a little bit of a pop there. And then what I have on my cheeks is the shade Exhilarate, which is a very beautiful gold shade. But I will say the gold shade though can leave a cast if you put too much. So for me, what works is as soon as I put that on, I take a large fluffy brush and I start to kind of buff and blend, and then it takes away that deep cast and it just looks like fucking gold on the face. It's so good. I cannot emphasize it enough. These are fucking great. If you had to pick one thing, oh, it's kind of a toss-up because I really love the Danessa Myricks blushes, but you know, y'all know I am a slut when it comes to highlighters, and highlighters like my favorite product. I would say these are the best. They're so good. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10. Like I hope that they come out with more colors. They just need to. Like I don't care care. You just need to. I love the highlighters because it just gives you that beautiful glass-like skin. It's super reflective. It doesn't look like it's sitting on top. It just melts beautifully. And again, it's just like the true definition of glass skin. It just looks gorgeous. Now the last two products that I want to mention are products for the eyes. And I know I feel really weird because I usually have like a nice little list of eyeshadow palettes. None that I think that are even worth it, even at like a 10 to 20% discount. Okay, so I only have one on the list, but let me talk about eyeliners first. It's what I mentioned before. Kulfi makes fucking great eyeliners. Now I have sensitive eyes. My waterline literally eats everything up. So for me to find something that really works, like I'm telling everybody, because there are so many people that have sensitive eyes that eyeliner just doesn't work on. And it's so fucking heartbreaking because you want to have a really cool waterline and you know you can't because your fucking eyeball's gonna eat it. So I'm so happy that this one doesn't. It doesn't matter the formula, whether there is a shimmer to it or a matte, they're both gonna apply the same way. They're both gonna look fucking stunning in the waterline. If I can give you a recommendation, my favorite, and I'm sure you've seen it in many a video, is Tiger Queen. This is just a very beautiful like burnt orange terracotta. So fucking gorgeous. And then we have Jungle Gems. It's a beautiful green. Rain Check is a beautiful deep blue. Then we kind of have this really like dainty periwinkle type blue, and this is Daydream. This was fantastic as well. Actually, the combination of the dark blue and the light blue looks sick in the waterline. These are great. I don't have a fucking complaint about them. I have sensitive eyes. These last all day. They don't run into the outer corner. They really stay put. Like I cannot stress enough how much I love these, and I plan on picking up some of the other colors so I can have the full set. But I need them to start releasing more colors soon because the world needs them. So if you have sensitive watery eyes, these will last in your waterline. So when it comes to like palettes, I initially was going to mention this Tom Ford palette. I love their cream formula. I think it's fantastic. There is a palette that I recommended last time. I believe it's called Rose Topaz. Still firmly believe like that's the palette to get. That is the palette to get. Now I have picked up some other ones. This one, for example, Velour's Khaki. And you know, I was gonna have this on my list and then I was like, you know what? Three of the colors kind of blend the same. It's actually what I have on my eyes today, but I paired it with the Nomad Cosmetics like multi-chrome as the shimmer. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna talk about this because I love that this gives you like see you next Tuesday energy. But then I was thinking, you know, it kind of all blends into one color. Like, is that really fucking good, especially for the price tag? No. I think Rose Topaz is special. This one, it's good. Even on sale, like I kind of regret picking this one up. So yeah. So I'm kind of like a little heartbroken about it. I was gonna talk about it, but yeah, fuck it, we're not. The only palette that I'm gonna recommend, because it's a newer palette and a palette that I thought I would never ever recommend, but I feel like it's really good if you get it on sale, is from NARS. This is the Orgasm Rising palette. This is fantastic. It's sleepy as fuck, this palette, obviously. It's a neutral Nelly. It's an and to its core. Sure, we're beating a horse to death over here with the constant orgasms that no one at NARS is having, clearly. Clearly. But the formula is good. It's smooth, it's solid, it's blendable, there's no patchiness, no balding, has great longevity. It's good, it's solid. It's not a palette that you need at full price, but it's a palette that if you pick up on sale, you'll be happy. This is a perfect sale palette, so highly recommend that. And that's pretty much it. I know, I feel like my list was a little like, oh, okay. I found myself really focusing on more like foundation and complexion products because there are some really good ones that have come out. When it comes to eyeshadows, I'm sorry, there are a lot of like, or there are ones that are just not sold at Sephora, like the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette. That's still a great palette, but it's only sold at Ulta. It's not even sold at fucking Sephora. So like, otherwise I would have like literally said that is the #1 product to get besides the Rare Beauty highlighters and the Danessa Myricks blush. So there you have it. Those are my recommendations for this sale. I plan on picking some stuff up. No shit. So be sure to check out that video next time. Now, most importantly, I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you're going to be partaking in the sale and if there are things on your wish list that you plan on picking up. Let me know because I love hearing from you. And again, I want to say thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. That said, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As always, feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Instagram, and to my beautiful, wonderful patron and YouTube members, thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really trashy, really gross, really nasty, really disgusting garbage boat afloat. Couldn't do without you, and I love your adorable little delicious faces. If you want to know what's currently on my face, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box down below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.